receiving this type of payment, again, in the event that they send this out in the first place, right? So there's a lot of moving parts around this. I want to make that very clear, is that there's just a lot of information around this. We don't have exact dollar amounts as far as what he has determined as high income, but he did indicate a couple groups of individuals in his most recent post today as far as who may actually be getting this. And that's what I want to focus on for you, because again, I know that a lot of you that watch these videos who may be low income, fixed income, middle income individuals are, again, wondering, what about us, right? I've even had a number of questions coming in. What about somebody that has no income as well? I've had a number of those comments coming in, but mostly those of you in this community that watch the videos, again, receiving any type of fixed income benefit administered by Social Security, a ton of you reaching out asking, will we get it as a low income, as a fixed income person? Well, how would it make you feel? Quick question. How would it make you feel if the president specifically said low income? Would you feel happy? Would you feel excited? Would you feel maybe like, oh, there may be some hope here that we would get such a thing? Well, guess what? He did. He very specifically today said low and middle income people. In fact, I have it pulled up right here on my phone, okay? I will read it to you. Well, I will read back to you what my phone reads to me as far as what he wrote. Again, I have it right here. Hang on. Here we go. I'll show you even. It's right here. This is Truth Social. Right here, I got it pulled up. This is the post that he made today. Again, I will rehearse not all of it, but just the first little line there as far as what he said. This is on Truth Social right here, so I'm just going to read back to you exactly what he said. The first, 15 words or whatever it is. We don't have to talk about the whole thing, but let's just talk about what he indicated here, okay? So remember, yesterday, he made that post and said a dividend of at least $2,000 a person, not including high-income people, will be paid to everyone, okay? So very clearly, like I said in the live stream yesterday, a couple key words out of the post that he made yesterday. $2,000, dividend, payment, not including high-income people, will be paid to everyone, okay? Those are some of the keywords that I like to pull out of that, just because that's what he said there, and just want to focus on that. Okay, now let's follow up to the double down that he brought out today in this Truth Social post right here, and I'll tell you exactly what he said here. Okay, I'm going to have my phone read it to me. As you know, I'm blind, I can't see it. I'll have my phone read it to me, and I'll say it back to you. Okay, actually, you know what? Let's just do this. Rather than me reading it, how about I have my phone read it to you? I'll lower the speed down so it's not reading so fast. I'll turn the volume up and I'll hold it by the mic so my phone will literally read it to you rather than me saying it. How about that? Hang on a second. 55%, 60%. How about this speed? Okay, I will.
All money left over from the $2,000 payments made.
Hang on. Maybe this isn't a good idea. Okay. I'll just read it. Sorry. My phone's it's gonna be kind of hard to understand. Okay.
All money left over from containers. Speaking rate words. All money left over from $2,000.
Okay. All money left over from the $2,000 payments made to low and middle income USA citizens from the massive tariff income. Okay. Then he goes on to talk about the tariffs. But that's what he just said today. Okay. All money left over from the $2,000 payments made to low and middle income USA citizens. Okay, then he goes on talking about the tariffs. That's what he said, again, right here in this Truth Social post today. Okay, so what did he say here? Something he didn't say yesterday. What he did say yesterday in the post was, everyone, not high-income people. Today, he's saying low-income and middle-income people. Okay, sounds good to us, right? That's exactly what a lot of you here in this community have been wondering, which is, what about low income? I mean, I've seen so many comments across the board asking about, what about Social Security specifically? What about low income? What about no income? What about seniors? What about people with disabilities? What about somebody that doesn't file a tax return? Again, as I like to say, he did not say a single word about anybody filing tax return, about anybody collecting Social Security, living on a low income, whatever. All, as I've been saying for literally years about this, is that the only metric that they look at to distribute stimulus in general is always income. That's the main number one factor that they look at, is what is someone's income. Now, the big question that I want to know yet, and we don't have an answer to as of right now, which is, what do they determine as a high income person? what is the line in the sand? I don't think it's going to be 50,000. I don't think they're going to say somebody living on 50 grand a year is high income. I would say if I had to, guess what they're going to determine as somebody on a high income, I would say probably 75 grand a year, maybe $100,000 a year is what they're going to say as high income. That's a couple 100 million people that would be eligible for this type of payment. Okay, I'm going to set this off to the side. Hang on. Okay, we can come back to this if we want. Okay, so anyway, that's what he indicated yesterday, the $2,000 payment, and then again today, doubling down on this, indicating low income, middle income people, USA citizens, according to what he said here. Okay, now let's talk about some other aspects of this. As of right now, according to the research that I was just doing on this, it appears that the United States has brought in about $195 billion in tariff revenues so far this year. It's a lot of money. They're averaging about $1 billion a day, about $30 billion a month, and on track to do about $350 billion over a 12-month period of time. It's a lot. They're also on track to bring in about $3 trillion over the next 10 years, okay, a 10-year period of time. Okay, well, if we look at all the numbers behind this, and again, it really depends where they draw the line as far as what is considered high income, middle income, low income. Like, where do they draw the line to cut people off of this, okay? And that's what I talked about yesterday in the live stream as well. And again, a lot of people in the community just wondering who would be eligible for this. Well, he indicated low income, middle income. Again, we don't know the definition as far as what they're saying for that, but I would anticipate somebody with a $60,000, $70,000 income is not going to be considered high income just based on what they've done in the past on this, okay? In fact, the average household income last year was 83 grand, 83,000 average income across the country. I can't imagine that they're going to have an income threshold that's below that, or that's below that, saying, "Oh, this is high income." I wouldn't say that, because that's the average across the board. So there you go. Okay, so that's that. Now let's just do some rough math on this again for a second. And again, I talked about this in the live stream yesterday, but just think about it for a second here, because based on 85% of the population, which is how many people got
stimulus check's supposed to be coming, y'all. There you go. There you have it.